Imagine, dear friends, with me for a moment. A farmer was working in his field. He bought 10 seeds and went out to plant them into his kitchen garden. Carefully he dug the field, prepared the seed, put the seeds in, and patted down the soil. Then he watered the ground carefully, giving just the right amount of water. The next day he again watered, and this process continued for a few days. After a week, when none of his seeds had sprouted, he became discouraged and upset. What am I doing wrong? He questioned himself. Maybe I am not having good knowledge of farming, or I am not good at it, he thought. Or maybe my seed was not of good quality. Discouraged, he sat down on a bench and started at the ground where he had planted his seeds. His hopes and dreams of harvest seemed impossible. There comes a friend to visit him who is also a farmer. What are you doing? He asks. I'm frustrated with farming, declared the first farmer. I wanted to see a big harvest and I worked hard to plant my seeds, but none of them have come up. I think there is something wrong with my seed, or maybe with me. I am not a good farmer, he asked his friend. Show me where you planted the seeds, his friend asked. The first farmer showed him the seeds. He explained about his careful watering process each day, putting compost manure, etc. His friend said to him, "You aren't a bad farmer, and there is probably nothing wrong with your seeds. I know what the problem is here. You didn't plant enough seeds. If you want to reap a great harvest, you can't only plant 10 seeds. You have to plant thousands of seeds. Fill the whole field with seeds. Then you will see many plants come up, and as you care for those, many will bear fruit." The point is this: whoever sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and whoever sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 6. Like the first farmer, my dear friends, we hope to see a great harvest of souls in our dioceses, parishes, and the region we work in. But we don't always put in the effort to increase the number of people who are hearing the gospel message. This does not make a lot of sense in the natural, or does not make sense in disciple making. The most effective way to multiply evangelism in your area is not through mass crusades. The best way to increase abundant gospel sowing is to lead an exemplary life and share your testimony of faith with people. Remain true to what you preach. Do not lead dual life, which often happens in our lives. Every follower of Christ must take seriously Jesus' words in Acts chapter 1 verse 8. Jesus told his disciples that they would be his witnesses in Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and to the ends of the earth. We have a mandate to be his witnesses. That starts with learning to share our testimony. Train every believer to confidently share how they come to know Jesus and what he has done in their lives. A time to reap reminds us that God's harvest comes in his perfect season. Keep sowing in faith, trusting that you will reap in due time. Let's not become discouraged in doing good, for in due time we will reap if we do not become weary. Galatians chapter 6 verse 9. A farmer may sow in the spring, but the seeds need time to grow. His harvest takes place in autumn, in due time. Paul used this phrase to describe when we can expect a harvest in our lives. We may wonder why we haven't yet reaped a harvest even after we have faithfully sown seeds. But we need to remember the seasons of life, seasons to plant, to wait, to continue acting in faith, and seasons to reap. If we want a harvest, we need to sow seeds. We will reap whatever we sow. Galatians chapter 6 verse 7. We must not become discouraged or become weary. Paul implies very actually can fail to reap a harvest if we give up, lose our courage and faith, become overwhelmed with trials and difficulties, or stop believing. What is the answer? Keep doing good things, set personal good and edifying examples. Keep sowing seeds, never give up, grow weary or lose heart. Be confident that we will reap a harvest in due time. Today, my dear friends, no matter what difficult circumstances you may face, don't become discouraged or give up. Keep acting in faith. Keep sowing seeds from your time, talents, and treasures. God knows when due time will come. He knows your needs, and He promises that you will reap what you sow. You will reap a harvest at just the right time and in just the right season. Friends, for our reflection, we can ask the questions: how can you remain faithful while waiting for your harvest? Do you get discouraged when you do good and you do not see the result of your goodness? Do you sow seeds of goodness, charity, and faithfulness without any appreciation or reward in return? Friends, please like the video, share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to it. God bless.